starting on my own without so much of an experience was a plunge. So that is the risk that I have taken, has, I think, got me where I am.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Not by the Book, a platform by Billabong International School designed to inspire us to think differently about careers, explore new possibilities, and dream bigger. After an inspiring season 1, we're back with Not by the Book 2.0, where we continue our journey of meeting individuals who have turned their passion into their purpose. In season 1, we were offered deep insights and addressed questions regarding jobs and careers in general, whether they're traditional or unconventional. We met amazing individuals such as Mr. Harshhik S, the diabetic chef, Ms. Shrishti Srivastava, a renowned actor and passionate performer, the adventurous hungry backpackers, and a renowned dance choreographer, Mr. Tejas Dhoke, along with many more, who inspired us with their motivating journeys. We're back with Not by the Book 2.0 in a brand new after, where we continue the same fun conversations and knowledgeable insights. In chapter 1 of Not by the Book 2.0, we are joined by an individual whose work and journey you've not only seen, but also felt. He is the creative mind and storyteller behind some of India's most favorite ad campaigns and has collaborated with brands such as Red Label, Nescafe, Swiggy, along with many, many, many more. He has also received a ton of global accolades and international appreciation for his work, which include the D&AD Impact White Pencil and the Gold Lion at the Cannes Lions Festival. From being a creative director at Ogilvy to now owning his own production house in Studio Zuno, his journey is truly inspiring, and he has transformed storytelling into an art form. Join me in welcoming the guest for today's episode, Mr. Harshhik Suraiya. Once again, a very, very warm welcome.
Thank you.
Having introduced your incredible line of work, I would invite you to just share your few thoughts with us.
I mean, hearing you itself, I felt like, wow, ye so maine kiya hai kya? So, thank you. Thank you for such kind words. I am honored. I also feel very lucky to do the kind of work that I've been doing. And I think it's the blessings, the intent, wanting to kind of do something that's different from what's kind of happening.
Yeah.
Also kind of has got me here. But yes, I mean, I try to be humble. I try to work harder from what I did yesterday. So I think it's a mix of all these things. I feel very blessed. Thank you. Thank you.
That's truly amazing, sir. Such warm welcome words. And let's now begin with the questions for today. Okay. So I think the first question on my mind was, being a student in school, what were you like when you were in school? What are your some fond memories of that time?
Okay. See, I mean, apart from studies, no, but jokes apart, I mean, I think that it's school time is one of the best time. When you're a kid, you don't realize how precious those moments are, and you want to become an adult because you feel okay. Adults don't have so many responsibilities, but when you become an adult is when you realize, oh, being a kid was so much fun. So I think when you are in school, when you are with your friends, please enjoy that time. I think it's the best time. It's the most precious time ever, and that's when you're growing up. You're learning things, and when I look back, I used to be one of the most mischievous kids. Okay, and even though even though I didn't do anything, my teachers would kind of say, okay, he's done it. I was that kind of a kid, obviously not the front bencher, not the teacher's pet. Yeah, I mean, one of the teachers really liked me because I was good at that subject, which is English. So I was good at that. But other than that, not one of those students who teachers would, create an example out of. But I was very good at one thing, which was, I used to draw a lot. So I used to kind of make sketches, observe things. I was in my own world, which was very beautiful. So I was that kind of a boy.
I mean, that's just very, very well said. That's the truth. So today, advertising and filmmaking feel like such exciting spaces to venture into. But I think when you started years ago, that wasn't something that people thought of as, in their words, as a serious career. What made you take that leap into that field? At that time, I'm sure that there must have been some doubts.
I would I would phrase this in some other way. See, I mean, advertising in filmmaking and advertising was a pretty well known career. It was not that people didn't know about it. There have been examples of, you know, I mean, I would talk about the mainstream names, which are like Prahlad Kakkar and Prasoon Pandey. And so those people are very well known. They have kind of set an example for the future generations. So, I mean, I wouldn't say that it wasn't a profession that was unknown. But for me personally, starting on my own without so much of an experience was a plunge. So that is the risk that I have taken, has, I think, got me where I am.
I think that definitely paved your path.
Yeah, because I mean, see, it's always said that uh, the unknown is a blessing at some point. So I didn't kind of know that you could also freelance and work with other companies as a freelance artist. And I thought only having your own company is the best thing. How stupid of that. So, I mean, but it worked out.
Yeah.
I kind of loved what I did. And I've always kind of enjoyed the liberty that comes with having your own company. Nobody's there to kind of stop you on budgets or kind of limit you with the kind of stuff that's needed for a film. And I think that's what's helped me.
So you also worked as a creative director at Ogilvy.
Yeah.
You talked about, having your own company, but I think that Ogilvy creative director experience also, has its own merits. What should that teach you, sir?
Now, I mean, Piyush Pandey, now sadly the late Piyush Pandey, he's a man who kind of put like the Bible of Indian advertising in place a few years back. And I feel immensely grateful, thankful that I joined Ogilvy. Now that you talk about schools, okay. So I wasn't very fortunate to kind of get my learning through education because I was, I kind of still tell my parents that I was dyslexic. Okay. They don't believe me, but I think I might be because I was not good, or maybe it's an excuse. But I didn't have something like Billabong High International School with me. Okay, at that point of time. But I think whatever my education has been through my profession. So very early in my career, I realized that, okay, if I'm not going to get educated through like formal education, then I'm definitely going to educate myself through my work. And that's what's helped me. And that's where Ogilvy comes in place. So Ogilvy absolutely helped me. And Ogilvy excels in storytelling and filmmaking. They excel in that. So I've been very, very lucky to have great bosses who taught me how to do that. And I was also very curious to learn how these things work. Now, just to dig in a little more deeper, there's like a art director and a copywriter in advertising. I don't know if you guys know about that.
Not that much.
Yeah. So, and they both come together sometimes and make a team. And why do I say sometimes? There's a copywriter who writes the films most of the times, which is like a given. It's like an art director who designs stuff. So I was an art director. But very early in my career, I told myself, I'm not going to be one of those art directors who's only sit and design. If I'm going to be somebody, I will have to be a wholesome creative. So I said, I'm also going to think of ideas, write my own scripts, come up with my own films, and go to my bosses. So that helped me. So, I mean, of course, while people will be around you to teach you things, but they will only be around if you are curious enough, if you are hardworking enough to want to learn. So, yeah, so I really wanted to improve my craft, learn things, write stuff, think of ideas, and be very proactive at that. So that's helped me.
That was like really inspiring from your end. So you talked about how you were an art director,
Hmm.
and you were not that fortunate to have a proper education in that field. So
Hmm.
how did you first learn filmmaking, and how did you venture into that category?
Very interesting question. I didn't learn filmmaking at all.
Oh,
So, and you will not believe the maximum amount of times I've been on set while I was with the agencies must be 3 to 4 at max.
that's it.
That's it. That's it. And but I love filmmaking. Like many of us, I don't know if your generation thinks Shah Rukh is cool, but I've grown up on Shah Rukh Khan, dude. So and I'm a complete Bollywood buff, and I just ate, slept, breath, everything that came out of me was films. Um, so I was doing that when I was a kid, and then later in my life, I realized if I were to do something, I would want to get venture out into films. One more thing, and then at a very young age, and I don't know where it came from, whether it's my childhood or whether it's some kind of uh, a voice that was inside me that told me was I wanted to do something of my own. So I would never kind of uh, be in a job always. So I always wanted to be like an entrepreneur, if you would call it, uh, so that I get the freedom to do what I want to do.
Okay.
And hence, I think these two both worlds they mixed really well. I wanted to do a business, but I also wanted to do a business that's creative. So I wanted to marry these two. Now, how would I do that? So I said, okay, let's try this.
Yeah. So that's really, really great from your end. That was an amazing answer. I'm also a huge Bollywood buff, sir. What are your top three or like a collection of films that you love that have come out of Bollywood?
Bollywood.
Bollywood.
Can I just say movies? Because
Just movies.
yeah, because I think see there are many. I mean, it's very difficult to kind of just put like 3 or 4 in a list because I think every good movie has something new to teach. But I feel if I do like just shut my eyes and put my finger on something, it might be Godfather. Obviously, everyone loves it. So the Godfather, uh, part 1 and part 2. Then there's Ratatouille, the animated film, which I love. I think I can watch it anytime. Like just switch on my Netflix and just go for it or Hotstar, whatever it is. Then there's The Dark Knight and Rang De Basanti. Like Rang De Basanti changed a lot for me. So when I went and I was blown away by Rang De Basanti. I was like, wow, yeah, what is this? Ye kya hai? So yeah, it kind of impacted the whole generation. I feel that movie. So yeah, I wish more movies like that are made now.
Yeah. Rang De Basanti, I think was before my time, so I was not able to.
Yes,
Right.
but have you seen Rang De Basanti?
Yeah, I've seen it. My dad forced me to watch it. I loved the movie.
It's outstanding.
Yeah.
It's outstanding.
It was like very different from that era of movies that was present.
I mean, it's got everything. It's got drama. It's got history. It's got great writing. Absolutely stunning writing. Great cast. And what an ending.
Yeah, that ending
So
was
it's
amazing.
amazing.
Yeah, let's just spoil it. So now looking ahead, as you said, you wanted to be someone who managed their own thing. Even being at Ogilvy, that taught you a lot of things, but going and opening your own studio or production house in Studios Uno, that must have been, a big step at that time. What made you take that leap?
I don't know. I think I mean, I'm very intuitive when I operate, So okay, so sometimes it's kind of impulsive, but also there's a lot of thought that's gone behind it. So when I started my first company, I was young at that point of time. I was around 29, 30 is when I started my first company. And I just wanted to do something of my own. And some voice told me that, okay, if you're doing something, do it on your own. It took a lot of courage. It took a lot of, how do I say it? A lot of thought. But it wasn't easy. I wouldn't say it was easy. We spent a lot of time understanding how to run a company and also how to do great work. I mean, finding that balance is very important. Otherwise, you're only kind of wanting to run a company, and then the quality kind of suffers. So that shouldn't happen.
Yeah.
That should never happen. So, uh, so I think as time passed by, I kept learning things. I kept graduating as an entrepreneur, as a businessman. So I think the experience teaches you things. And I was very fortunate to get work. Sometimes it so happens that you want to do your own thing, but you're not getting enough opportunities. So that also kind of that plays like comes, yeah. So you also need work to kind of teach you how to run a company. So I've been very blessed, man. I mean, I wouldn't lie.
That marked the start of something really incredible. Yeah. So now looking into today's world and today's time, AI is a big thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's changing so many industries for the better or for the worse.
Yeah.
How do you think AI plays its part, and how does it impact filmmaking and advertising?
See, I don't think there's running away from technology. It's not going to happen. You have to, if you want to be in this world, you have to be part of the tech. And we already started using AI. I mean, it's part of our storyboards, it's part of our thinking, it's part of our concept boards and stuff like that. But I also feel at the end of it, everything will sprout from us. We are the ones who will kind of write the prompts. We are the ones who will kind of think of ideas. We are the ones who will come up with stuff that AI has to do.
Yeah.
So at the end of it, please treat it like a tool. Don't treat it like AI is going to control you. So that's not going to happen. You will have to use it as a tool and use it to your advantage. So
I think that plays a big part.
absolutely, because ideas are everything. At the end of it, I mean, be it Instagram or be it so Facebook or YouTube, whatever it is, everything will sprout from an idea. So idea is everything.
Yeah. So and that'll be like an interesting shift to witness how AI is playing
100%. 100%.
So now your work has been featured in some of the world's biggest publications. It has won awards like the Cannes Lion and the Curious Award. How does it feel to get that kind of recognition? And when you won that award, what goes through your mind when you look back at your journey, starting somewhere and reaching that high point of view?
I think like I said, I feel very blessed. I feel very fortunate to be in this place. And the thing is, at the end of it, it's not going to be these awards, it's going to be the journey. So I keep telling myself it's very important to enjoy the journey, every bit of it. Because once you won an award, that award will obviously be there on a shelf. But what you remember looking at that award is the journey that you've had. So I remember when we were kind of we had this piece for Cannes that we rented. I remember the journey exactly at every juncture. How we came up with the idea, how we approached the client, how we, fought for it. There have been obviously, because great stuff doesn't happen easily.
Yeah.
There are so many ups and downs. That's how it happens. And I mean, with whatever little bit of experience that I have now, I have seen so many ups and downs. But I've never let them bog me. It's not. Just take them part of your journey. And trust me, few years later, when you look at those downs, you look at them and laugh. It's going to be like that. Trust me. But the idea is not to give up.
Yeah.
Keep walking. However slow or fast, keep going, but never forget your end point. That's very important.
That's definitely. So you talked about, how you drafted that idea. So, what, according to you, does it take to make an ad that truly, connects with the people on a personal level and makes an ad iconic in some sense?
Wow. I think the intent is everything. You have to kind of make sure whatever you are doing or whatever you're crafting, you are not fooling yourself. And what do I mean by that? You have to be very honest with your work. Okay, at the end of it, you have to ask yourself, will I be happy if I see this? Or will I be happy if I kind of share it on my profile? So that's very important. You have to be, first, you have to be honest with yourself. So what I do, and this is my only way to do and only way to work, is not to kind of have any pretense in my work, or because see, audience is very intelligent. You don't have to kind of spoon feed them. They know. I mean, they know everything. Okay, so you should never underestimate your audience. So work at that intellect, work at that level, and I think you'll connect with the people. And never, I mean, one more point to add is the culture. You know, the culture integration is so important. It's so important. I mean, I know a lot of filmmakers, I know a lot of designers, you know, who have not traveled the country. If you want to be in India, if you want to create a business out of India, you should travel the country. You should meet the locals. You know, it's very easy to sit in your room and kind of uh, post things on Instagram. But unless you don't travel the country, unless you don't meet the people here, meet the locals, interact with them, you'll not be able to connect with them. How will you do that? I mean, if Sid, I have to kind of talk to you,
Yeah.
and yes, I have to talk to you about your schooling.
Yes.
Okay, Sid, what's happening in Billabong High International School? Okay, but if I name some other school, okay, and ask you that, and I don't even know you, you'll say, "Oh, this guy doesn't even know anything about me. So how will I connect with you?"
Yeah, that plays a big factor.
So I really, whoever it is, I kind of tell everyone, you, the future generation, please travel this country, travel by trains, go meet locals, talk to them, have that cutting chai, have that samosa, have that kachori, enjoy.
Yeah,
And you'll create the best piece. Trust me, you'll create the best piece out of this world.
India is a vast experience.
It's a lovely country.
Yes. So I think one thing that's been on my mind along this whole conversation is you talked about a lot of projects. So which project, according to you, challenged you the most as a from a creativity standpoint, and which one is the closest to your heart?
Whoa. It's like asking, you have, I mean, of course, I don't have 10 babies, but if I have 10 babies, which one do you love the most? Of course, I would love all my babies. Uh, uh, okay, I mean, I'll start from first, which is the end asset sale campaign.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, that was the most, till date, I think it was the most toughest one because, of course, we didn't have money for that. We didn't have budgets for it. So we, I mean, kind of obviously asked friends to help us out. And we genuinely wanted to do something for acid attack survivors. You know, because when I saw a photographer shooting them and putting them on the blog, I was like, why is nobody talking about this issue? It's such an important issue in our country. And when we started the journey, it felt like, okay, it's going to happen tomorrow, but it took a year. It took a year to come to that film and then launch it. So it's never easy. Again, I mean, other piece that I have to talk about is the red label film that I made. Now, I mean, it's now if you ask me, I might say, hey, don't try that. Okay, but then again, like I said, you know, the unknown is sometimes a blessing. Okay, so lack of knowledge sometimes is a good blessing. You don't have to know everything. So the thing is, we were shooting in Mahakumbh, and in Mahakumbh you don't get to block the place.
Yeah.
I know. I hope you know what I mean by blocking the place, right? So when you're taking a shot, you have to block a place so you can choreograph it. So at Mahakumbh, you're of course allowed to shoot inside, but you're not allowed to block anything because there's so many pilgrims that are coming in. Okay, so the moment you block something, it will become like a mess. And hence, we are kind of shooting a play act in a location where you cannot block it. Now, imagine what will happen with the background, what will happen to the continuity of the film.
Yes, sir.
Okay, where you cannot block it, where you cannot kind of ask people to wait, you need this shot. And we just went in with a camera, did 10 days of good Reiki. We walked in, walked out 20 kilometers every day for a week. We did that. And then we decided these are the locations where we shoot. We went in and we shot it. Like, I remember we were giving, I mean, people were disappearing from the extras that we hired. And whoever came in, My assistants, they kind of bribe them with food. They said, sir, khana milega, please karoge kya? Aap aisa kar karke we got so many people in, and that's how we finished the shoot. And now if you look at the film, of course there will be mistakes, but in totality you'll not see
Yeah,
those errors.
I think that ad was in some sense iconic. That ad, I think every Indian has seen. That was all over all the pages that I've seen. I think that's my favorite piece of yours, most definitely.
Mine too.
Yes, sir. So now you talked about, being at, a journey mattering a lot and, how there are setbacks. So what, according to you, was there a time where there were a lot of setbacks? And how did you deal with that, sir?
Nothing being anxious. No, I mean, see, you have to keep telling yourself that you are worth it. Okay, I mean, I have had sleepless nights. I've had these, obviously, everybody in today's time is going through it, is kind of these panic situations where what happens if tomorrow, nobody kind of gives me work or nobody kind of recognizes my filmmaking. So you obviously go through those dark phases, but they're also part of your journey. At the end of it, you don't have to give up. So just keep telling yourself, okay, you are worth it. Things will happen. And, I mean, my making is such. I'm made like that. So I don't give up so easily. I mean, I might find a corner and cry, or I might just go to my mom and just, just complain and tell her, okay, things are not working out for me. What should I do? Stuff like that. But I'm not made like that. Yeah, I'm not. I don't give up so easily. So I keep fighting, and I mean, if I've decided something, then I will make sure that I get it. So I'm that kind.
So that's an amazing skill.
Yeah, and one more thing I would want to add is having your family close to you. It's very important, extremely important, because I have seen so many tough times since my childhood. But throughout my journey, I was very close to my mother. So my mother has always been a sense of inspiration for me. Yeah. So having a family by you is very, very important.
Yeah, the family point is really
Very important.
yes, sir. So now looking back at your whole memorable journey, if you had to give your 16-year-old self one piece of advice, what would you give?
That first you be happy, then try to make others happy. If you are happy, then everyone else around you will be happy. But if you aren't happy, then people around you will obviously get upset, because you're running a company and you're unhappy. Your employees are going to feel unhappy. You are with your family out for dinner. You are unhappy. Your family is going to feel that.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and take it easy. Things will happen. Don't stress so much. It will all be good. Be positive. Be hopeful. Try not to think so much negative about yourself. And keep talking good things about yourself to yourself. I mean, keep talking to yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So one last question from my side. So now looking back at your whole journey, how amazing of, a career you've had. If someone right now my age was, looking to break into the advertising field, how would, you suggest to guide them and, what paths should they take?
I think it's very important to be on the field. Unless you're not on the sets, unless you don't have the experience or exposure, um, it's not going to help. I see a lot of filmmakers who want to become directors overnight. Now the question is, do you want to become a director or do you want to become a great storyteller? There's a difference. It's up to you. Do you want to become somebody who doesn't want to compromise on quality, the way you say your stories, it's coming from your heart? Then the journey is not going to be easy. Then you will have to kind of burn the midnight oil, work harder. And I know a lot of people talk about work-life balance. But I also feel sometimes, it's very important to put yourself all in and just give it your all. so that whatever you create becomes magical. And magic doesn't happen easily.
Yeah.
Trust me, it doesn't happen easily. It takes a lot of effort.
Yes, so I mean, we've shared a lot of amazing insights. And now I would like to, open the floor to the audience to ask some questions. Are there any takers? It's going to be your questions, your answers, and your curiosity.
Hi, sir. My name is Kyra, and I wanted to ask how long does it usually take for a film to go from its concept to its final cut?
See, concept is sometimes not in my hand. So concept comes from the agencies and the brand side. Now concepts can take from say like 3 months to a year. Depends on what the brand needs at that point of time. Like sometimes I've heard that before the film came to me, it was in research for around 1 year. And sometimes I just feel like I just hear things like, okay, this was thought 2 days back and now we have come to you. So, I mean, from concept stage, I cannot say, okay, there's like a timeline to it because it depends from brand to brand. But obviously, from when the script comes to me, it again depends on the kind of film that's needed. Like, for example, if it's an animation film, then it's going to take a lot of time. It's going to, because there's like a lot of rendering and modeling and lighting and all these things go into it. And if it's like a live action film, then it can be done in, say, like sometimes it depends on how urgently they need it. I've pulled off films in like 5 days. I would not recommend that because I think the slower it cooks, the more delicious it is. So, but however, from the script stage to the delivering stage, I think around 3 to 4 weeks should be a good time.
All right. Thank you so much.
Hello, sir. My name is Prithvi. And I wanted to ask a lot of my friends here, they're still deciding what they want to do as a career when they grow up. What advice would you give them? And suggest if someone does realize that they want to do filmmaking and advertisement making, where should they start?
So, 2 questions.
Yes.
I think first of all, see the good thing about your generation is I think there's this thing called internship. Okay, we never had it. So for me, it was always like first job. This is it. So you guys are lucky. Try your hands. Try places. Try fields that you're interested in, and please listen to your heart. Don't brain is overrated. So please listen to your heart. Just try things whatever heart tells you to, and then take a call. And now to your second question, which is about filmmaking. Obviously, there are many ways of entering it. The good part about filmmaking is it doesn't have like a structure. So I think what you can do is you can either start again as an intern with a production company, or you can start like doing the field work. Basically, start as an intern AD, or you know what AD means, like assistant director. So start with that. Make pitch decks. Just get to know the industry basically. That's important. Before deciding what you want to do, at least get to know those industries.
Right. Thank you so much, sir.
Hi, sir. I'm Niharika. And like you said, enthusiasm is really, really important. I wanted to ask you, what are your suggestions for keeping enthusiasm and being positive while facing setbacks?
See, I keep going back to my mom. Okay, that's very important. And luckily now I have a nephew. So I look at him and as far he's 3 months old. Okay. So when I'm having a bad day, I just go and, play with him. However, I mean, I think it's also very important to be stubborn and in a good way. Okay, जिद्दी बनना बहुत important है. So अगर तुम्हें कुछ चाहिए तो चाहिए, फिर कुछ भी हो जाए. Yeah. So you have to tell yourself, okay, I need this, and no matter what happens, I'm going to get there. Now that stubbornness is very good. So yeah, be stubborn.
Thank you, sir.
Hi, sir. My name is Sachi, and I wanted to ask that, I know skills are important in order to succeed, but what is the kind of mindset or approach that you should have in order to succeed in any particular industry or like the creative industry?
Sachi, skills are just training. Okay, you can always learn a skill. It's not a big deal. But what is very important is uh, kind of being at it. So basically, being the enthusiasm to learn things, the curiosity to explore new things, that's very important. If you don't have the curiosity, then how are you going to learn skills? How are you going to learn new things? Also, it's very, we are all human beings, so it's very important to kind of live in a society where we kind of get to know each other. That's very important. Like right now, the dialogue that you and I are having, it's very important. I mean, if you are I are not going to have this dialogue, then we'll not learn from each other. Yeah. So I think these things are very important. The soft skills that come with work are extremely important. So keep your mind open, go out, meet people, talk to people. I know Instagram is the real thing, but it's not as real as going and talking to your friend or talking to your neighbor or meeting people. So I think that's very, very important.
Thank you, sir.
Hello, sir. My name is Shritama.
Hi.
Just wanted to ask a small question from you. It was lovely listening to your whole journey. You
Thank you.
started up working for somebody else,
Yeah.
and then you ended up working for your own self.
Yeah.
Which side of the coin do you feel is more fun? Because we have all young people standing here. They will be starting their work someday for
Yeah.
working for somebody else.
Yeah.
They might end up doing it for their own selves.
Yeah.
Which side of the coin is more interesting, fun? Or would you ever thought of going back to the other side of the coin while you started working for your own self?
Which one do you think I'm enjoying more?
It looks, of course,
No,
the other side.
it's just a joke. I mean, jokes apart, I think each person is going to have their own journey. When I started my own company, my only aim, and I think I'm feeling very blessed right now, sitting in front of you all, talking to you all. I mean, it was the only aim was to inspire the future generations, and I'll keep doing that. And hence, I'm here. I love this. I would any day be here than go and party with somebody else. I don't care about parties. So I think it's so much fun talking to you all. And like I said, for me, I feel this is my calling, having my own thing, doing it my own way. But I also feel if somebody is comfortable, is happier in a place where they are working for a firm or for a company, or like I think I met the principal ma'am and she said, her calling is teaching the kids. I think that's beautiful. It's very important to listen to your heart and uh, do what the heart says. So yeah, I mean, it's as simple as that.
Hi, sir. I'm Divyanshu Mittal.
Hi.
And my question to you is that being an entrepreneur and being a director share many similarities. So,
Yeah.
If you were to suggest the one thing to your younger self when you were our age to learn something, what would it be?
That's a good question, man. And lovely how you married both. I never thought of it like that. One skill that I would tell myself and learn. Yes, I think I would tell myself, learn finance. We creative people, we never kind of think of money as something very serious. Like, to give an example, until I quit my advertising career, like the creative director career, I didn't know what compound interest was. And only when I quit did I understand, okay, compound interest exists. There's something like this exists. As simple as that, So it's very important for you to understand money. Okay. And I highly recommend any school, any institution to bring money as a subject. It's very important. Yeah. So yeah, I would
Definitely.
definitely learn money. Yeah, very important.
Sure. Thank you.
Hello, sir. I'm Tahin. I'm a parent, and I'm really happy to what the kids are exposed to today. And it's been a learning thing for me as well. So, just one very basic question I want to ask you: if, say, a child wants to get into the advertising industry,
Yeah.
so what are the different profiles they can get into? And also, you mentioned about agency.
Yeah.
So, what does an agency do, and what does a production house do?
Yeah. So I'll first answer the earlier question, which is the kids one. It depends what's their calling. Do they want to become a filmmaker, or they want to become a producer, or do they want to become, is writing kind of pulling them, or is design kind of calling them? So it depends on all of that. Luckily, in advertising, you don't need a formal education. Okay, so I don't have a formal education, but I'm blessed enough to be in this field. I'm enjoying my journey. Hopefully, I'll enjoy it in the coming years as well. So I feel, what is like, just to give you an example, a little story. My mother knew that I was very good at drawing, and while everyone else in my friend circle was doing formal education, when they were kind of studying in like 11th grade and 12th grade, somebody's taking commerce and somebody's taking arts and science, and my mother said, you don't need that. You don't need that at all. And I, in fact, at that point of time, I fought with her. Like, oh, how can you do this? All my friends are doing this. It's so cool, they're going to colleges and carrying the bags and all of that. And then my mother said, no, you don't need this. I mean, you don't want to study. I've seen your results in school. So you don't want to study. Keep that aside. You're very good at drawing. So you should do something that kind of, catapults that part of your life. So at the end of the day, it's going to be their calling. It's going to be what they really want to pursue, So, and there are these, like I said, there's like a copywriter, there's like an art director, there's a brand manager, marketing side, which is account management, which is on the agency side. So yeah. Sorry, what's your second question about the production house?
The production house.
So in that way, so agencies, see, I mean, right now the lines are getting blurred. Okay. It's not as blurred as it should be, but traditionally, agencies, they handle the brands, they come up with the ideas, they come up with the scripts. They also do a lot of marketing stuff for the clients, which is like, these days they also make the social media post. They also do their tech stuff. So agencies are also getting into this integrated space that they weren't before. Before they were only traditional. They only used to do outdoor and TV and stuff like that. But now, because of the kind of tech we are surrounded with, they are becoming integrated. So they usually do the conceptual part of it, which is the creation part of it. And then for a production company, it comes to the execution. Now, execution also depends on how and to what level does the production company wants to take it. But that's where it kind of divides both the places. So we execute for the companies. Yeah.
Good day, sir. My name is Charmi. I'm a parent. So the entire conversation I heard many times you said whenever you're low, you back to your mom. So I think these blooming birds somewhere don't come entirely opening their hearts to parents.
Yeah.
Still, I have that time, but
Yeah.
we notice. So
Yeah.
can you please convey how important it is, that parents' role? Like you said, listen to your heart.
Yeah.
So that heart should be open to the parents as well. Like,
Very important.
now you said your mom didn't send you to college.
Yeah.
Because she knew what you could do.
Yeah,
As
she was new.
even we know what our child.
And I didn't know that. I didn't know it at that point of time. So she knew.
So she knew, like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
same we. So
Yeah.
how important is for these kids, to come like very openly कि mom dad ये है या ये नहीं है, ये feel हो रहा है, ये नहीं हो रहा है. How important it is.
See, the best part about, my relationship with my mom has been, such that she just had the confidence in me. She just knew that even if I'm making a mistake, I'll come back. I don't know where that comes from. I cannot be like that. Okay, I am a little bit of a control freak. But she just knew. I mean, she let me do my mistakes. So for parents, my only suggestion is, I mean, even if your children are being, for you, a little bit difficult at that point of time, let them be. I believe in people letting them be. So they will make mistakes, but they're going to come back.
So most of the
This
parents,
is very important.
yeah.
for
So
the
most of the
parents.
parents make them allow them. I think you'll agree on it. Your parents allow you all to make mistake. We just so I just wanted to know that reaching here, still go back to your mom whenever you feel somewhere low. So I just want to convey your message that please go to your parents.
No, it's very important to be connected
Yeah,
with your
yeah.
family. It's very important. I mean, I'm telling you, like it's been a blessing for me. So for me, I've been connected with my family. But of course, I mean, it goes both the ways. I mean, if parents are not understanding children, then children will kind of
Be away.
depart from
Yeah.
the parents. So I mean, it has to play both ways. It cannot be कि चलो ठीक है, मैं जो बोल रहा हूँ वही होगा, my ship, my order. That can't happen.
Yeah.
I mean, children will have to have that.
Freedom, that space. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. If you will have to, it has to begin from the parents.
So it's
Cannot
given.
be
They said it's given. So we just want that they always come to us.
I think, ma'am, you just have to crack that friendship. It's about the friendship. And this is an age where it's a difficult age. I mean,
Yeah.
all
the
now
way,
they are in the teens, and all of them in some or the other way are going to be a rebel.
So your podcast may help other parents also to learn
Please
parenting.
be a little more patient till they are 25. They'll come back.
25. Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll put this on our
Make
this
mistakes.
school blog.
They'll make mistakes for 10, 12 years, and they will come back.
Okay.
Trust
Thank
me,
you.
That's going to happen.
Hi, sir. My name's Adik Malhotra. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Likewise.
I believe you were talking about the creative side and the business side of your business. I wanted to ask, how do you manage the creative and the business side of your business?
See, for me, the freedom of doing what I want is very important. So if I have to learn a couple of more things to have that with me, then I'm ready to do that. So at the end of it, what I tell everyone is you have to be ready to put in the work. I mean, don't expect things easily. Like I've seen a lot of people expecting things very easily. Ki, this we deserve. Oh, how can we not deserve like 50 grand a month with 3 months of experience? Can't happen. You don't have the experience. You're going to make mistakes. Or if you're going to make a mistake and you don't have the experience, who is going to take the brunt of that? So it's very important to kind of put in the effort, even if it's a little bit boring, and learn new things so that you get to do what you want. And hence I'm learning. I'm still learning as I speak. It's never easy to run a company, but it's very important to learn and have a mind that that is open to doing new things and indulge yourself in that.
That was an amazing questionnaire from the audience, sir. Yeah. Now, before we wrap up, we'd love to play a quick rapid fire round with you. Just some quick, easy, fun questions.
Go for it.
So, what is one campaign you wish you had made?
The Fevicol bus film.
One ad that never fails to give you goosebumps?
Dear Daddy.
Your favorite brand to work with so far?
Naturals ice cream, because it's my latest. Yeah.
A line or tagline that you're jealous that you did not write?
इसको लगा डाला तो life जिंगा लगा.
If not advertising, what would you have been doing today?
I think choreographer, because I love dancing.
And what, 2 or 3 films that you recommend to aspiring directors from a cinematography point of view?
Like I said, I'm not a cinephile, but I mean, I'll tell you again, watch Rang De Basanti, Dark Knight, Godfather, Ratatouille.
Ratatouille is amazing.
Yeah.
So thank you for this amazing conversation that we had today. It was a true honor to talk to you about your, motivations and journey. Thank you for taking us behind the scenes of your work, Mr. Harshhik.
My pleasure, Sid. Thank you so much for having me.
At Billabong High International School, learning is not just limited to classrooms, and today's conversation proves so. Today we learned about the nuances of filmmaking, how hard the journey truly is, and how inspiring Mr. Harshhik is. Thank you for this amazing conversation we've had, sir.
My pleasure.
We hope you enjoyed our talk with Mr. Harshhik as much as we did. Thank you for tuning in. We hope to see you again for such amazing conversations. Thank you.